सहनौ भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Let us chant from verse 24 together. पुरोधसां च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरं यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः. Next one, repeat once. उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां Naranam cha naradhipam Uchchaishravasamaśvanam Vidhi mamamritodbhavam Airavatam gajendranam Naranam cha naradhipam Uchchaishravasam Ashwanam. Among horses, Bhagavan says, I am Uchchaishravas. So that divine horse with 7 heads, white in color, which has wings also. It's a horse which could fly. So among all horses, I am Uchchaishravas, which came along with Amritam, Amritodbhavam. Airavatam Gajendranam. Among all elephants, I am Airavata. Naranam cha Naradhipam. Among all men, human beings, I am the king, Naradhipam. So here we find Uchchaishravas, Airavata, etc. So this is referring to a very famous episode in the Purana. It is the episode of Samudra Mathana. So this is a very famous episode full of symbolic meaning. So what is the story? The story goes thus. So once Durvasa Rishi, he goes to Swargaloka and he gives one garland, a divine garland to Indra. Indra, out of his love for his elephant, he gave that garland to, or put that garland around the neck of his elephant. Very soon, the bee started coming. It started disturbing that elephant. Elephant was fed up. He just with his trunk took away that garland and threw it and trampled over it. When Durvasa Rishi came to know about it, he became so angry. Because disrespecting the gift which he gave is equivalent to disrespecting him. And you know Durvasa Rishi, an embodiment of anger. He curses Indra. May you lose all your power, strength. Very soon Indra became very weak and Asuras attacked them, defeated them easily. Indra was very sad. So all of them. So what does Indra do whenever he becomes sad? Go to Brahmaji. That's the first level. So all of them went to Brahmaji. Lord Brahma prayed, how can we regain the strength? Lord Brahma said, there is only one way, we have to go to Vishnu. So that is the high command. So all of them went to Vishnu. The pattern is the same everywhere. So Vishnu said, yes, there is only one way. Devatas will have to drink Amritam. That will give them the strength, immortality, etc. Now where will you get Amritam? So Vishnu said, there is only one way. The milky ocean has to be churned. Okay, with what should you churn? So for churning, you need the churning rod and the churning rope. So Bhagavan said, churning rod cannot be some wooden rod. It has to be huge. So it has to be a mountain. So the Mount Mandara, the name of that mountain is Mount Mandara. That has to be used. Okay. What about the rope? Vasuki has to be used. Vasuki, the serpent, has to be used as the rope. Okay. So now this Mandara mountain has to be lifted and put in this milky ocean. And moreover, yes, one more thing. You cannot do it yourself. You will have to take the support of Asuras also. So the first thing is you will have to go to Asura Loka and then convince them, win their confidence, and both of you only have to do. Otherwise it won't happen. So all the Devatas went to Asura Loka. At that time, the king of Asuras, he was Mahabali. So Mahabali is considered to be one good king. Always he has a very good reputation. So the moment these Devatas came there, Asuras, they were fully charged up to kill them. But they found that they did not have weapon. Even then Asuras wanted to attack them. So Mahabali said, hey, stop. They have come for discussion. This is not the time to war, waging a war. So they sat, they discussed, and they discussed, see, both of us, if we churn Amritam, we will get immortality. So it is a win-win situation. You also get it, we also get it. It's a wonderful thing. So then they also agreed. So now they had to bring this mountain. So both Devatas and Asuras, they went, they lifted the mountain, but it was so heavy, after some time they could not raise it, it just fell. And many of the Rakshasas and Devatas, they got crushed under it. So then Vishnu Bhagavan said, you can't do it, I will only have to do. So then Vishnu Bhagavan lifted it and put it on his vehicle. What is his vehicle? Garuda. So it is Garuda who lifts that mountain and puts it in which ocean? Not salty ocean, milky ocean. So now churning began. Vasuki was also wound around that mountain. Now the question is, who will hold the tail, who will hold the head? So Devatas held the head. So at that time Asura said, how dare? You are giving us the inferior portion, the tail portion, we will hold the head. So there was a fight for there also. Some people are, their nature is to quarrel. For everything they will quarrel. So fine, they fought. Finally Devata said, okay Baba, you take the head, we will take the head. Because Amritam is important. For little thing, if you start fighting. Anyway, churning started. Now as the churning began, the mountain started sinking. Because it did not have any base. So Bhagavan said, oh, I only have to hold it in proper position. So Bhagavan took the avatar of Kurma. So that is Kurma avatar. Bhagavan became the base for the mountain. And thus mountain was stabilized. Again, as the churning was going on, the mountain would skid. It is said that when the mountain was churning was happening, Bhagavan felt it as though it was a scratch on its back. That's all. As a Kurma avatar, it was not at all a load for him. It was just somebody scratching. Anyway, now again the mountain was shifting. So therefore Bhagavan himself had to hold it from the top so that it remains in position. And now as this churning was going on, Devatas and Asuras got really tired. So Bhagavan himself in disguise came as Devata and Asura and started churning. So literally Bhagavan himself is doing everything. This is the point. It is symbolic in the sense in our life also, we think we are doing so many things. Really speaking, it is the Lord who is doing everything in our life. This is the symbolic meaning. Anyway, now this Vasuki also, with the pain was unbearable. So then Bhagavan gave anesthesia to Vasuki. So it was not knowing the pain. Churning was going on. And now what is the first thing that came? First thing that came. So this we are going to follow based on Srimad Bhagavatam. Different Puranas have got different items. More or less it is the same. So we are going to follow Srimad Bhagavatam. This story comes in the 8th canto. So first thing that comes is Halahala Visha. The poison called Kalakuta Visha or Halahala. So what happened to that? Now Visha comes out of mouth. It started vomiting that Vasuki. So these Asuras who had held their head, they were the ones who were affected. The fumes itself was very poisonous, it seems. So Bhagavan Shiva came and then he drank that poison. It seems 1 or 2 droplets fell down from his hand. So what happens to those droplets? It is said all the poisonous creatures that we have in the world, they got that poison from that drop. Poisonous plants, poisonous, insects, creatures, etc. Snakes, scorpions. They got that poison from Halahala Visha. Anyway, Lord Shiva drank it. He was called Neelakantha. He did not gulp it down. So it was stopped. Anyway, second which came, the second entity is called Kamadhenu, wish-fulfilling cow. Kamadhenu was taken up by the ritualistic rishis. The sages said, we are doing all this homa, havana, etc. and we need havis, ghee, milk, butter, etc. So therefore, cow, give it to us. So for these rishis, Kamadhenu was given. Then came Uchchaisravas. Uchchaisravasam Ashwana. This divine horse. Mahabali said, I would like to have it. Indra said, I also want. Vishnu said, keep quiet. Give that horse to him. So horse was given to Mahabali. But later on, that horse came back to Indra. What happened, we don't know. So Uchchaisravas is generally known to be a horse of Indra. But during this Mathanam, it was given to Mahabali. Keep all this information intact, okay? Fourth one was Airavata. Airavata was given to Indra. Fifth one was Kaustubha Mani, jewel. Sri Hari, Vishnu said, I am doing everything, so I should have something. He took it. Interestingly, Shiva never claimed anything, okay? So for Shiva Bhakta, you can praise this way. Anyway, Kaustubha Mani. Then came Parijata or Kalpavriksha, wish-fulfilling tree. Who took it? So this tree belongs to heaven. Devatas took it. Then came Apsaras. What do you call that? Damsels or Apsara. Apsaras said, we are not going with Asuras. We will go to Devaloka only. So all of them settled in Devaloka. So that is the seventh one. Eighth one, Rama, Lakshmi Devi. Lakshmi Devi straight went to Vishnu. Because Lakshmi belongs to Vishnu. So Bhagavan was there. So she just took her Varamala and put it around Vishnu. Then came Varuni Devi. That is the ninth one. Varuni means liquor. So there is a presiding deity for liquor also. She is called Varuni Devi. So with a pot full of liquor, she came out. Immediately Asura said, we want it. Even if we don't get anything else, doesn't matter. So Varuni Devi went for Asuras. So that is the ninth one. And the 10th one was Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari is supposed to be the one who brought out Ayurveda. So he brought out this pot filled with Amrutam. And the moment they saw this, who? Asuras, immediately they ran, snatched that pot and they started running away. They ran away. So now the question is how to bring this pot back? Because Devatas don't have the strength to fight. Anyway, they are weak. So Bhagavan himself had to take care of his devotees. So what did he do? He became that most beautiful woman, Mohini, the deluding one. Mohini. And then when these Rakshasas saw Mohini, they were completely infatuated to such an extent that they gave this pot to her and said, you divide amongst us. So then she put her some condition, etc. And finally, you all know the story, I am not going to go into deep. Finally, Amrita was given to Devatas and not for the Asura. Except one fellow, one Rahu, he disguised himself as Devata and sat in that pankti. So he drank it, somebody realized it, chopped the head off, so his head became immortal, and that's how Rahu is even now. Yes, I think it is sun god who saw that. Surya Devata saw that this fellow is not a Devata, he is a Rakshasa. So because Rahu's disguise was caught by sun, so this Rahu, every time he does this, what do you call that? Solar eclipse or whatever. Grahana Kala. Anyway, finally, Amrutam was given to Devatas. Now, what is the lesson we have to learn from this? We have another few minutes. You see, if you see the whole 11 items that came out, we find that literally speaking, Asuras did all the work, churning, etc. As much as work which Devatas did, Asuras also did, but literally they did not get anything. This is what happens in life also. It is our own story. Don't think some Devata, some Asura. It is our story. People who are crooked and wicked, people who are arrogant, people who are selfish, always they end up being a loser. This is the message. All round losers. You just imagine the condition of Asuras. They had to put forth effort as much as Devatas. Effort was the same. But they did not even get one drop of Amritam. Why? Selfishness. See, once Amritam comes, what are you supposed to do? Yajna Bhava is, let us share among all, because all of us, we have put forth effort. So all of us, we deserve a right upon it. No, they snatched it. You see, this is what selfish people do. I want to get more. And finally, you don't get anything. So see, if you see this Asura's case, number one, they put forth effort without even invoking the grace of God. Because according to them, I am working hard, it is my, I and mine. This is Asuric tendency. They don't believe in God. They are alive because of God, but they don't give any credit to God. They give credit only to the ego. So every time they become successful, they only grow in their ego. They become very arrogant. That is called Asuric tendency. So now if you see these Asuras, number one, they are not able to appreciate what is good. So therefore, they could not claim anything good. Number two, even if something good comes to them, it doesn't stay with them. Like for example, Uchchaisravas. They could not retain it. Number one, Asuri people, they are not able to distinguish what is good and what is bad. So, they will never choose what is good because they don't know what is good. Number two, what is bad, they think that is good. Varuni, liquor. You take liquor, you will be very peaceful. Mind becomes peace. So they think this is the real way to attain peace. So every day they drink. Real way to peace is meditation, prayer, purification of mind, etc. Not drinks. But they misunderstand that this is the way to happiness. So, the value of good, they don't know. What is bad, they don't know. So they go on acquiring what is bad for them. Something good is given to them, they are not able to value it. So therefore, very soon they lose it. And moreover, because of selfishness, actually speaking, they deserved Amritam. At least half of Amritam they deserved because they had put forth effort. But because of their selfishness, that attitude that I want everything, I am not going to give anything. The same thing Duryodhana also did. If he had been good, he would have at least got half the kingdom. But no, I will not give even needle space to others. Finally, what happened? Not only that he did not get the kingdom, he had to lose his life also. He has to lose his entire family also. Everybody died. This is what happens with Asuric tendency people. Not even one drop of Amritam they got because of their selfishness. So this is not somebody's story, this is our own story. Whereas people who behave like Devatas, meaning go to God, seek His blessings, with His blessing. Literally see, Bhagavan did everything for Devatas. He brought the mountain, placed it, supported it, balanced it, ensured that the rope is functioning, ensured that Devatas have the strength to do the churning. And finally, even when that pot was stolen, he brought it back and fed all of them. This is what happens when we are ever blessed by grace of Bhagavan. So whatever effort we are putting, put forth effort, invoking His grace and blessing, then everything will be fine. So this is one symbolic meaning of this story. There is one more symbolic meaning that we will see in the next class. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.